Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. It's the Europa League, and the United boys are on their way, obviously. We will do Arsenal first. It's finished Arsenal 1, Slavia Prague 1. It's finished Granada 0, Manchester United 2. Erin, we'll go with you, mate, to start with. What's your thoughts on that performance?
Bro, listen, yeah, I'm just going to be honest. I was trying to have a cozy one with the missus, watch the game. She's smiling. Obviously, she thinks it's funny, innit? But it's not funny. I'm absolutely fuming. I don't have much time, so I can't go into every detail yet. But it's another one where, at first, when the lineup come out, you can even ask Souls because we got a WhatsApp chat. I was absolutely fuming. So was Charlie, and I wish Charlie was here right now because I know he's feeling like even more angry than I am. But then I saw the lineup and I thought, why is Willian playing? Why is Pepe not playing? Even Holding, I didn't even want him in the team. But besides that, another dreadful finishing performance. And I don't know how many times we're going to see the same formula of like a bad lineup and then another bad finishing performance and then us bottling it in some way. And I know I'm angry now. Tomorrow I might review some of these opinions or look at it more objectively because I'm probably going to watch the game or an extended highlights before my show of Souls tomorrow, which is going to be a banger anyway. Sorry for the self-promotion now. But
self-promote, Erin, self-promote all you want, mate. You help me out on this channel by coming on, so it's not a problem.
But seriously, these players need to take a good look at themselves. They need to really, really think, yeah. I think Farhan said it on the show. They need to line up and say, do you want to win this cup? Do you want to win this trophy? Do you want to win this competition? Do you want to be European champions? Obviously not Champions League champions, but do you want to be Europa League champions? It seems like they don't want it. Aubameyang scuffed that chance. Like, he should be bagging that every day of the week. I don't know why Lacazette is trying to find absolute top bins like that. And then obviously ended up hitting the bar. I don't even know how to formulate my thoughts properly because I'm absolutely fuming. Like, I'm fuming. I can't believe.
Yeah, no.
I said it. We ain't gonna get an easy game against Slavia Prague, but I thought it was actually easier this game when it happened. Then I mean, look how many chances we had. I know they had a few. They could have scored one or two, but we should be winning that game. I'm absolutely fuming. I think I'll have more to say tomorrow just because I'm trying to get all my thoughts out there and I just can't like properly straight after the match. Yeah. I don't know how you feel, Souls, but I've just got this feeling in my heart and stomach of just like it's just so heavy right now.
Bro, I'm done. I'm simply fucking done with this team. I was done at the start, and I'm now definitely fucking done. I'm blasting them all. Saka, go left back, you dickhead. How many more chances are you now gonna miss? I'm sorry, I'm Arsenal first, and then I'll consider the players' feelings, right? Because these man don't fucking give a fuck about us anymore. Lacazette, what you doing? How many more chances are you gonna miss? How many more times is our captain gonna be like, let me flick it, let me do some fancy bullshit that we don't give a fuck about? Why is this team trying to be a hand? Where's the cockiness come from? Why are you cocky? You're a bag of fucking shit. You're wankers, the bunch of you. The ego you should have is of wankers, mate, of the scum of the fucking planet. Why are you acting like you're fucking R9s and you're legends of the club? Because you don't even touch a club hero status right now. Not one of you. And they're acting like, and bringing their chests out like they're some fucking don. Fuck off, all of you. You know what? The thing is, we knew this, and this is why I keep saying it. No manager is going to come in with this bunch of players and do anything. They're all bottle jobs. You have to hold on to a 1-0 tie, right? A 1-0 lead for 4 minutes, and you couldn't do that.
But Souls, I understand that point, but we should be like the manager should be instructing the players to lock it down a lot better than we did.
He was telling them clear the ball. They want to play with their fucking dicks, bro.
Fair enough, yeah. But do you actually think, honestly, Souls, yeah? Like, even look at the football today. It wasn't excellent. We wasn't good.
Look, were there chances to finish this tie? Were there chances to finish this tie, though?
No. I completely agree. The players need to take a lot of blame for this. But at the same time, the lineup was wrong. The football is not. The football is average. You watch.
I don't care. I said the game was going to be dead. I called the game was going to be dead. I thought it was going to be sloppy, lethargic. But we made the chances. Why are they not finishing him? This is not the first time they've done this.
Listen, Souls, I honestly do agree with you with the finishing because I can't disagree because it was that bad. I can't disagree and say, oh, obviously we would have won the game if they finished those chances. But I'm continuously looking at these results under Arteta and even the football, and I'm just not convinced or impressed by what's going on. And I don't even want to make it all about Arteta because it's not about that. Because the players today, they let him down to some degree. They let us down and they let themselves down. Like,
no, they don't care.
How many
They're going to get their check tomorrow and they're going to be like, oh, fuck, yes.
How many chances do you need to score a goal? I mean, you know what? I'm interested to hear Niall's opinion on this because as a neutral, like, what do you think of Arsenal watching that game?
I mean, it's the same as it has been all season. You're just so inconsistent. 1 minute you turn it on, the next minute you don't. Arsenal fans up and down the country won't like the words that come out of my mouth next. You are a mid-table team. Because I know of mid-table teams as inconsistent. You look at Leeds United, prime example of an inconsistent team. They can turn it on against some teams. They'll get battered by others. Arsenal right now play and act like a mid-table team. And I remember, obviously, in my childhood, Arsenal being right up there, top four. It was only until recently that slipped. And Lacazette had a perfect opportunity to score. Aubameyang also with a great opportunity.
I cannot believe the Lacazette one, but the Aubameyang one, I thought, yeah, he's got that. That's easy. Like, bang, slot it, far corner, it's done. But it's just like that game for me just encapsulates everything that's wrong with this team right now in terms of like some of the bad management, the terrible performances these players put in at times, the chances they're missing, and just like the lack of urgency. We did see a little bit of urgency, especially when the changes were made. But in terms of like urgency throughout the game, and I said that we were only going to win this game if we was on it from minute one, and we wasn't. Like, we wasn't relentless from minute 1 to 90. This team don't have it in their locker, and I've just realised it. And I'm not sure if it's the manager or if it's the players. It's probably a mix of both, because I don't think it's all. I don't think it's entirely Mikel Arteta's fault, and I don't think it's entirely the team's fault. I think that's quite naive to say. I think it's a mixture of both, and I'm not sure if this formula is working at the moment between the players and Arteta. But obviously, it's not. We're sitting in 9th or 10th. I think we're 10th, and we've just let them get an away goal. And right now, it's advantage Slavia.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal now have to go to Slavia and get a goal. Are you confident, Erin, that you can get a goal against Slavia away from home?
Like, I'm confident we can get through that, Niall. I know, obviously, like right now, I'm probably thinking more on the negative ends, but like, let's say we go there, we get the first goal. I probably think we go through because Slavia Prague, they'll have to score. But I think if we get the first goal away, we will probably go through. But it's anyone's tie, and as I said, it is advantage them. I mean, they might approach the game in a different way. This Slavia team today wasn't amazing today. They might come out the next game and play even better. We might play even worse. I can't say that this team definitely will come out in the next leg and play better than they did today. How can I say that? We've played worse than that for many games this season. I mean, we were playing okay at times. I think it was Gunnar Rich, if any of you know who he is. He tweeted and he said, this is remnant or even worse than the Emery days. And it actually is. Like, when you watch this team, forget the manager. When you just watch them play, watch the football, the finishing, just everything about it, it seems like. And then if you was to put this side by side of like one of Emery's performances, it just looks the same, if not worse. It was terrible. Let's not put Slavia Prague on a pedestal. They're not some team that we should be drawing 1-1 with at home. Like, it seems like the bar is so low, like it's gone so far down that we're thinking that even a 1-0 result against a team like that is a great result. Pepe had to come on and save us, who should have been starting, by the way. Why is he not starting? Why did Martinelli not start? He come on and had a great shot on goal within the first few minutes. I wonder what he could have done if he'd played the whole game.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you. So it's a mixture of Arteta's team selection and the players just not performing. And when have we heard this all season? Pretty much all season. It's a mixture of a bit of wrongdoing from Arteta sort of on the team selection, and then the players just simply not turning up. Because no matter what team Arteta picks, you should be able to beat Slavia Prague. Like that's no disrespect to Slavia Prague, but your Arsenal Football Club playing in the Premier League, right? You should be able to do a professional job, even a 1 or 2-0. Massively, that's a massive result. It's just I don't know where it goes from here for Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal's best chance of European football is to win the Europa League. Do you think you can?
Really, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you think you can even do that now, or is just hope sort of just fading?
Listen, like we can obviously always come out. That as much as I'm saying that, it's not a guarantee. There's always a chance that we can come out and play better and put in a performance. This is knockout football. Like we could come out next leg and be, a level apart from Slavia. But then it could also be the other way around. This Arsenal team won't surprise me either way. But in terms of if we're talking about European football, specifically Champions League, the Europa League, we have to win it to get. We're not going to make top 4. We're probably not going to make top 6 or even 7th. But I'm actually scared if we go into the. Let's say we win the Europa League, yeah. I think we would get violated by some of them teams in the Champions League. Not the Bayern Munichs, not the Cities, or the I
mean, they'll violate you as well. Don't worry about that.
I'm talking about the teams that finish like 3rd in the group. I think we will, even if let's say we went to the Champions League next year, we're not getting out of group stage unless we draw a really easy group. I can't see us getting out of group stage. We're drawing at home to Slavia Prague. Even against, by the way, I know we put in a great performance for one game against Olympiacos. The other game, we were absolutely shocking. Yeah. Sulz, I think you would agree with that. And then we were against Benfica. Yeah. We struggled against them as well. At this point, I don't even know if we're going to win the Europa League. Even if we get through this stage, it seems, I don't know. Like, it seems like the Arsenal that has a spark or even capable of really, really good performances getting further and further away. Like we had it against Tottenham. We've had it a few times, but it seems like it's getting less and less, what's the word? Common for us to be putting in performances like that. I think this Arsenal you saw today, Souls, is actually like our average level. This is how we've been playing all season, or even worse. I don't know
agree,
how
much I just think this team's done, man. Until I'm not even joking, bro. Bring Pep in, bring Klopp in. Until these players don't go, we ain't gonna be nothing better. That's my stance on it, and I'm not changing because I have not seen a single bit from these players that shows me we can get any further. And now to your answer on the Europa League, we're out. We're done. I'm giving us minus 100% chance of winning this. Seriously. I don't think we're winning this. Not with these players, no. Not at all. I'm telling you, Villarreal, if we play like that, Villarreal are turning us. And I don't mean 1-0. I mean they're going to fucking wipe us off the planet of the fucking earth, mate. That's how they're going to beat us.
I agree, and I actually think Emery will... I'm not trying to make this into an Emery Arteta debate. I'm just saying what I think is the truth. I think Emery will have his team well better structured with a much better individual team than Slavia do. And I think they probably would beat us, especially if we're coming out playing like this. I mean, this is our last chance to salvage our season. It's our last chance to actually achieve anything, and it would be an amazing achievement. These players should be up for this game. How can you not be up for trying to win a European title, especially at Arsenal? We've been hungry for one for our existence.
They don't.
We haven't won a Europa League. We ain't won a Champions League.
One of those players gives a shit. They're not winners.
Yeah, but Soul, like, I'm just trying to think though, where is this mentality coming from?
It is them. When have they ever shown the winners' mentality though? They've never shown it. That's the problem.
We were beaten. We beat better. Get him out the stream.
It's a mixture. It's unfortunately, Aaron. Both teams played at the same time, but we're not talking about United yet. We are doing Arsenal. I don't even know the
United score. What was the United score, RJ?
It was 2-0.
Of course, it was you wouldn't be coming on if it was to be like honest, I'm still trying to think or formulate a lot of my thoughts from the game, and I need to rewatch it because when you're watching the game and it's emotional, sometimes you miss little things or you're focusing on areas where you shouldn't be. I'm gonna rewatch the game and be a little bit more objective about it, hopefully. But I just think it was such a poor result, and as I said, you've given them an away goal. Or anybody would have taken a 0-0 over 1-1. because you don't have that important European away goal.
Yeah, I totally agree. A comment here from Dylan. Arsenal have bottled it. We didn't play great, but should be through now. Yeah, I mean we'll get to United's sort of after the Arsenal boys have had their say, but a good performance from United, professionally done, and but there's going to be a few suspensions. So I'll go through them with RJ in a bit. But
Oh God.
Yeah, Sulz, anything really much? I know you want to blast them. Feel free to blast them, mate. I have absolutely no problem you blasting your team right now.
I'm just done, man. How many more? Like, I don't care. I'm going with the mentality of these players. We ain't winning shit. We don't want to win shit. All we want to do, when's payday, by the way, is it every Friday? I'm going to be happy on Fridays because that seems to be when we want to turn up as well. Oh yeah, payday. When's the checks coming in, lads? I'm going to turn up tomorrow too. I'm going to be so happy tomorrow because it's payday for them. I'll celebrate with them because they're fucking assholes, the bunch of them. I'm not joking here, but these men just don't care. They don't. Please tell me one player that's fucking showing you an ounce of care for this club. Not one.
Honestly, yeah, and I'm not saying this even Arteta's fault. I'm just saying, yeah, I am observing a real disconnect between these players and the manager from what he wants and what they do. I see a complete disconnect. There was reports that come out in the week about how Odegaard buys into, Arteta's philosophy, whatever. But then there's apparently a lot of players who don't. I genuinely believe, Souls, yeah, there are a lot of players at the club that don't want him there, or they're not.
No, yeah, because what they wanted was an easy ride, and unfortunately, they're not getting that. Enough.
I'm not saying it's like Arteta's fault in that way. I'm just saying, yeah, right now, to whatever end people want to blame it on, there is a clear disconnect from what Arteta wants and what these players are doing, or what they want.
That's why I'm saying, look, you can beat Arteta. I don't really care. I really don't care because I'm telling you, with these set of players, and trust me, it's going to happen. If we get a manager in tomorrow, it's not going to change. Nothing's going to happen. You know what's going to happen? They'll play for a bit, and then they'll be like, oh, for fuck's sake, this manager's making me run again. Oh my God, I have to run. I have to work hard for my paycheck. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. I would just want to stand around and look like a dickhead.
Just before you go,
these players need to go. I'm not even joking. No managers.
No, that's fair enough. And that's why, just before I go, sorry, I just wanted to say there's two different ways of thinking. There's those that say, back the manager, get the players he wants, which I don't think Arsenal are going to do to the level that we need to succeed with a manager that obviously is a novice in his own right. Not to say that he couldn't be a great manager moving forward, but obviously right now he's learning on the job. He won the FA Cup brilliantly, but then there's the schools of thought who say, well, obviously there is a disconnect between the manager and the player. It's probably easier to replace the manager, get someone in who's more experienced, can probably get more out of the players we have, and then try and build on that in the transfer market. Arsenal are not going to go out and build Arteta's team. And if they do, it's going to take a good few transfer windows. By that time, you don't know what damage is going to happen.
Eric, I'm sorry, but like it's not an easy fix, man. It's not about just getting. It's not an easy solution. This is what I'm trying to say. I get where people are coming from. Yeah, it's easier to replace the manager, but guess what? The players are simply not good. How many more managers do you want before we start to realize, oh yeah, shit, it's the players? I'm telling you, these players don't care. The same kinds of players, right, are failing every manager. Aubameyang, right, he's got his paycheck, and what's he done? He's not. Today he showed a little bit. Yeah, I do agree with you, Aaron. Like the likes of Martinelli and Pepe should have played, and I've said this before as well. I do want them to play, but I don't think Willian was the problem today. I'm not going to lie to you because I think. No. I know you haven't said that. I know you haven't said that. But even I didn't agree with the holding. I said holding shouldn't have played, and I actually said we're going to concede a headed goal. I called this game exactly how it would have gone. But the problem that I have is when those chances I didn't expect, right. The problem is, right, if I'm looking at any of the teams, right, in the Premier League above us, at least two of them are going in. Three, most teams would have scored 3 of those chances, right? And most would have scored 2. That's the problem. We're creating chances. And you know, at the start of the season, we were complaining chances are being created. Now we're doing it. And we're actually basically giving open goals to players. Lacazette had 2 chances, right? The one where he hit the bar. And the other one, okay, fair enough, it was a little bit more difficult. But for a striker of his quality, he should really be putting that on target. Aubameyang should have scored. Saka should have scored. And this is where my problem is. Until they don't finish.
Saka's finishing has been abysmal. I don't want to. I hate harping on about Saka, just because of how well he's played this season. But finishing wise, I mean, he could have probably got about 10 goals this season in the league, about 10 in the league alone. If I'm honest. Maybe
that's
8.
my problem. It's like because the thing is, yeah, I get what people are coming to forget, but the problems of this squad are not going to be fixed by a manager. That's the problem. It's a mental thing. It's something which they need to get out of themselves. It's a thing of decision making, really. Because Gabriel should have gone back to Leno instead of passing into Cedric. Cedric then should not have passed it back to Gabriel, and the corner wouldn't have happened. And that's where I have a problem with it. It's their decision making, and that doesn't come tactically. Because Arteta, for about 30 minutes of that game, was saying, "Go long." He was telling Leno, "Stop playing out the back. Go long, go long." And Leno's constantly like, "No, come closer, because I'm a fucking idiot that thinks he knows football." Yeah, he needs to be binned. I'm sorry, he is not going to get us anywhere. That's where my problem. It's like, I get what you say, and I agree. I do think there is a big disconnect. But you know why I'm not going to ever say the easy solution is what we need to do? Is because it's not going to fix it. We're still going to be in the same cycle of what we're seeing now.
But you know what it is, Sulz, as well, yeah? Is that like, you know, if let's say you buy into Arteta, you're under the assumption that he is going to become a top manager. And I think that it's quite naive to say that because we don't know. It's similar to, I know Niall obviously thinks a lot of Ole, but it's the same with him. Like, you don't know what he is going to be. I think
he is the greatest manager of all time.
They're unknown quantities. I am actually going to leave now because I'll end up staying on here for an hour and then speaking to you guys after. And I don't really want to stay for an RJ gloat sesh because
don't worry. I know you love me so much, right?
No, of course. But I wanted to say, because I was wrong on this, and big up to Charlie, obviously, from our channel, because he told me at that time, and a lot of people did. And I'm just going to say it. We sold the wrong goalkeeper, and I fully admitted it now. I really did like Leno.
I said that too. I've never really.
Yeah, I really.
Do you know the problem is Martinez was the curse of Leno. But I'll let you finish. Sorry, because you need to go.
Sorry, yeah. But yeah, Martinez is better than him. I'm not saying Leno's a terrible keeper. I think he did for a lot of the season, and last season he was obviously really good until he got injured. But until like there was some part of the season where Leno's performances started to drop off, where I thought he was actually making good improvements in his game, especially playing out from the back, his decision making, his handling. But I don't know anymore. I really hope that this is just a bit of a bad patch of performances rather than like a demise for him at the club. So I'll leave it there. Thank you now for inviting me on as always. And Sulz, I'll be doing a show with Sulz tomorrow, and I'll speak to you then, mate. Thanks for having me on now. Make sure everyone's up to Let's Talk Premier League. Everyone's.
And where can they find you? Where can they find you, Aaron?
Just type in on YouTube at the M5 or the N5, and we'll be the first channel that pops up. So yeah, see you lot later, and thanks for having me on.
No worries. Have a good one. Cheers for coming on, mate. Sulz, I'll let you go for another 5 minutes of ranting. Then we move over to United. Try and keep it as even as possible. Sulz, who's to blame for tonight?
All right, so this is the way I'm trying to be like as balanced as I can. Yes,
I'd rather you didn't.
The thing is, though, but it's hard because the problem was the players today. I'm sorry, right? But Premier League football, I'm going to say, RJ, if your players missed those chances, I'm telling you, bro, it would have been a bloodbath, mate. I'm telling you.
They would not hear the end of this, like, if they had to miss those chances today. Like,
that's the problem. Like, Lacazette, all right, the second chance where Bukayo Saka crossed it in, okay, that's a bit of a difficult one. Okay, I'll let you off with that one. What the fuck are you doing with the one-on-one? You did brilliantly. All you had to do was chip the keeper. Just slot it in. Get it on target minimum. No, I want to do a spectacular. I want to be a highlight reel. I don't really care about scoring. I'm sorry, I don't care about confidence. I don't care about how shitty you're feeling. You're getting paid enough money to not feel shit, man. I'm sorry. You're getting if these players should be donating back to the fans. They should be. Football. You know what football really needs? If you have a shit performance below a certain rating, you don't get paid. I'm telling you, bro. Every single player would have a 10 out of 10, fucking performance every single week, because they'd be like, oh no, we're not getting paid. Oh, I better turn up. I better actually do my job because I'm not going to get paid otherwise. And that's the problem you miss. I'm sorry, but I have to call it out as well. I'm not going to be criticizing every player and then giving Saka a free pass because he's done it too many times, and I keep calling him out. His finishing is abysmal, and that's going to be one of the reasons why he's not going to be considered a top youngster. That is my personal opinion on that. He's going to start slowly slipping down because Mount's adding goals, Greenwood's getting goals, Foden's had goals for for both seasons anyway. You're getting Curtis Jones, who's adding goals to his game, and then you've got Saka, who did add goals, and then all of a sudden they've dropped him off. And for me, it's such a shitty performance. Like Partey, fucking trash. He was so poor today. He was literally, I think Genie said it, Ghanaian fucking Ceballos, man. The guy did everything well, and then decides, I've forgotten how to pass a ball. I don't. Is that my player? The guy with the star emblem? Yes, he is. Oh shit! No, I play for the team in the red. Oh shit! Oh no, and then does it again, and he's fucking colorblind. Clearly, the guy is fucking dumb. Do you know? This is why, right? I can't criticize Xhaka because Xhaka played well today, in my opinion. I don't think he had a bad game. Partey did. And he was covering for a lot of it. And that's what he's been doing a lot of this season. But because we have this affectionate towards players, we forget about the bad things they do. Partey's been giving away free kicks and silly fouls. Xhaka does that anyway. We know that. But he gets so much criticism. And I watch Partey get a free pass for the shit performances he's constantly putting in. It's way below par. Do you know if Xhaka was doing what Partey did, he'd be done. Get him out of the club. But Partey does it and it's not one game. This is like 2, 3, 4 performances where I've been like, what the fuck are you doing? And like, we'll forgive him as well. Pepe, Martinelli, and all of them, come on. Yeah, it changed the game. We were a little bit better. There was a bit more flow to our game. I can see why Martinelli isn't playing. I know Erin obviously disagrees, but for that 15 minutes, I just saw, he runs around, but when he's on the ball, I didn't see enough. But then again, he only had 15 minutes. I can't criticize it. Pepe should have played. Even in that sort of 10 minutes or whatever it was, the cameo that he had, everything looked good. He touched everything and something happened. Unfortunately, again, like Aubameyang couldn't finish, so that made an issue with ESR, could have got an assist and everything. It was just overall, this is why it's so hard, right, who to blame, because the chances were there. Again, this is like, basically, every single game we've played, we've had chances to bury games, to put them out of sight. We should even Burnley, Wolves, Brighton, Fulham, all of these games that we've dropped points in, we could have been 4-5-0 up within 30 to 45 minutes. This game, okay, fair enough, we could have been, but we should, at half-time, with those chances, and that's why I said it, any other Premier League team above us would have scored both those chances. And some of them don't even have. If you're looking at a player name like Lacazette and Saka in comparison to their striker and their winger, you're probably going to say Saka and Lacazette are more likely to score those. But that's not been the case. And that's why it's hard to blame the manager, because I don't know how you coach finishing like that, because they're not really chances you should be missing in the first place. I can understand, general position and awareness, that can be coached, because movement and where you need to be for a cross to come in and all of that can be coached in, and movement. But finishing is something you either have or you don't have. And unfortunately, in more than not, these players don't have it. And that's why it's hard for me today anyway. I can't blame Arteta, because the chances were created. Yes, it was shit football, but I expected that. But chances were created and not taken again. So how many more times can we blame the manager when they're not taking chances? If they take their chances and we're getting exposed and stuff like that, it's a different story. But that's not the case.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. You make a lot of good points here about Arsenal. A couple of comments before we do move on to the other team that played tonight, that we're covering anyway. Strong TV saying, yes, Niall, RJ and Sulz. Big up to Craig saying this is quality. Big up to DJ. Good evening, lads. Good evening to yourself, mate.
Yeah, I swear to God, people love Arsenal misery, I swear to God.
I feel like they've seen enough of it. I feel like they're enjoying Liverpool misery at the moment. Oh, and FYI, make sure you tune us in for 4 o'clock tomorrow genie in a bottle, tactically analysing that shit show at Madrid. I am excited. I want to see this. The tears are hopefully going to be flying down his face. I tactically analysed Chelsea. It wasn't actually that difficult today. Got to do United tomorrow, which I'm sure won't be too much of an issue. But I watch, and not to be rude, but I couldn't watch Arsenal. That football's worse than grassroots. So I decided to go put on United. I had both games on, but I was focused on the United game. And RJ, Marcus Rashford, can he have your firstborn child yet?
I mean, first of all, good evening. But second of all, 100%. Yeah, I mean, I know. No, look, even with this shoulder,
Pussy, get your camera on, you dickhead. If you want to say good evening, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
No, I'm good. No, but in general, look, even with this shoulder injury, he's finishing, and he's doing good things in this club. And look, I think with the absences that we have now, that's not going to be present for the second leg. Which one of them, I'm actually thankful that we don't have to see him on the pitch. You all know who. No, overall, it was just an all right performance. I thought it was very boring at one stage, to be fair. We had 11 shots, 1 on target. I mean, look, we have to be finishing them all the time. But look, 2-0, it's nothing to be ashamed about. The lads played well, got the job done. 2-0, back the Old Trafford we go, and then
and of course the last goal has to come from a penalty from Bruno Fernandes. Yeah. It wouldn't be a United performance if it wasn't a penalty for Bruno Fernandes. But to be fair, it was quite. Was it a fair penalty?
I thought it was. I mean, look, he clearly took him down. Just simple as that, And that's the thing with there's so much talk United they're diving in the no, we just get into the balls more often than any other team. We dribble there, and then there's clumsy defenders who take us down. Simple as that. That's how it works, lads. And you can't right it wrong. But look, in general, it was a great performance. I mean, about the 3 people. I mean, we can't have McTominay. Shaw,
it's okay. That question's coming up in a second. I wanted to talk a bit more about.
I'm just gonna say I've just seen that. Yeah, that is us. That is us. Only United get that, man. I'm not even joking. Only United get that.
Sulz is raging. Craig saying it wasn't a penalty. I was watching the Arsenal match at that point.
Technically, in the rule books, United get that penalty. Every other team, no.
Stop with you to hell.
No, bro, that's not a penalty.
It is a penalty.
No.
Right,
no.
but the bit I want to talk about, penalty, no penalty. Bruno gets penalty. Who is shocked, really? What I want to talk about is Mason Greenwood. Now, his build-up play today was excellent. His movement was superb. We're starting to see a very good Mason Greenwood come back, aren't we?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's nothing really to say. I mean, what you're saying is bang on correct. You could see that he was a very important player for us today, and he's stepped up like he usually does in the recent form.
Would you be happy? Obviously, Martial. I know this delights Dom is injured for the rest of the season. Would you want to see Greenwood just given that exposure as the number 9, and see what he does, and then see what happens, and move into the start of next season with Greenwood as your number 9? Is that something you want to see?
I mean, look, it's going to be very interesting because our next game is obviously against Tottenham Hotspur. As bad as Tottenham Hotspur, we like to joke around with them. They do have a bit of talent. They do have a certain Harry Kane up top who can definitely cause us trouble. So probably not against Spurs, but I'd say you can definitely start him in the second leg against Granada again. I can definitely see that. We then play Burnley straight after, Leeds, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Leicester. You can definitely start him after that. So I'd say leave him out from the probably put him on the right-hand side for the Spurs game. Probably put Cavani up top, maybe cause some bit of danger for the centre backs of Spurs, and we can keep Greenwood on the right hand side. But other than that, Greenwood should get the green light after get a green light after the second leg.
Totally agree. DJ Sav saying Gunnar Sulz, what happened to Laka and Aubameyang's finishing tonight? I thought my team had issues with Werner, but those two night bad, bro.
I don't think you want to know. I think the man's upset as it is. You know what I mean?
Basically, just him
They're
shaking his head
they're
is
just
enough.
trash, man. They are just trash, bro.
Travis Scott's not been the same.
Do you know what? Yeah, the Aubameyang and Werner are like, yo, who wants to be the biggest German flop? Who wants to be the Bundesliga flop of the season? And like Aubameyang's like, nah, you ain't beating me to that, bro. Man's got a bit of self pride. I like being shitter than you. And that's basically it, really. And then with Lacazette, Lacazette, to be fair, never could finish anyway. He was just one of those where he gets the goal here and there. He's a better hold-up player, and I will say that. But I'm expecting you to finish that. I don't care, bro. My left foot, I don't have a left foot. I physically have one, but it doesn't really do anything in a football pitch. Yeah, and I probably scored that with my left foot because it's that fucking easy, bro. I'm not even joking. In that situation, me as a Sunday League player, I can score that.
Sulz, do you have any suspensions for your next game?
I hope so.
Okay, so Sulz
I don't think there is, but I hope so.
Sulz is hoping for some suspensions. He'll probably write a letter to UEFA going, nah, that Aubameyang, Lacazette, Aubameyang, Willian, Partey, they all need like a 1-game suspension. They were very rude on that pitch. But RJ, your team does have some. Your team does have some suspensions. You're going to be without Harry Maguire. You're going to be without Luke Shaw, and you're going to be without Scott McTominay.
Can I just ask, why did Luke Shaw get hooked if he was suspended anyway? Like if he was,
I presume he's saving him for Spurs on Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you got Spurs. All right, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Sulz is being disrespectful to the greatest manager of all time. I'm joking. But
no, because usually they do that to prevent them getting suspended, but he done it.
Yeah,
actually, to be fair, it's clever because I think
Ollie,
they can miss the second leg. It's fine.
I think Ollie told them to sort of go pick up a yellow. They done that with PK,
you know. When they were he goes just get a yellow card.
I think Ollie's just been quite smart and gone. Just go get a yellow card, Harry, and you, Luke, and Scott. Go get a yellow card because then don't have to worry for Rome or Ajax
or the final. Or the final.
Or the final. Yeah, exactly. So a smart move from Ollie. I believe that Lindelof is still on a yellow card, but hey, if you lose Lindelof. Great assist, and I do want to talk about that in a second. But obviously, RJ, you're going to be playing with Bailly, Tellez, and Fred in your next game. I'll be shocked if it ain't them three. It's quite bad that it's quite easy to explain. But you still confident that Granada? I mean, they didn't look like they could shoot in a barnyard or score in a brothel. But are you concerned that maybe without the captain, Luke Shaw and McTominay, you might come up against a bit of a problem, or is just a 2-0 win just too much to fuck up?
I mean, let's be honest, this is kind of like the Real Madrid and Liverpool situation. How in the name of God are we going to fuck up? Let's be honest. I mean, like Malaga were the team that we did not really want to play because they're literally the nobodies of this group. And let's be honest, lads, they're not going to do anything. Their strikers are horrible. Midfielders are horrible. I mean, look, it's simple as this. They could try and score 2 goals, but the real question is, how are they going to stop Mason Greenwood, Bruno, Cavani, Rashford? How are they going to stop that? Like they couldn't stop it at home. How are they going to stop it away? That's how I want to know. But
the Old Trafford pitch is bigger as well, isn't it? So
exactly, yeah. Plus, we're more used to it as well. So yeah, that's going to be simple as that. But,
what did you make of Lindelof's assist there? What an assist!
I was shocked that he could actually do that, to be fair, but he has done that before. I recall back to what game was it? It was some game where he literally just hit over the defenders. Rashford ran through goal, and I remember I'm just that just reminds me of it's kind of weird because we always talk about how bad this dualship is. Obviously there is some benefits, but there is a lot of negatives to it. But I think today, he showed a good mindset today, Lindelof, and he got us a lovely assist. Got himself a lovely cheeky assist.
Yeah, I'd totally agree with that. What we'll do is it's going to be a long one tonight. I think RJ spoken about United, but I'm going to do a bit of predictions coming up for the second legs, obviously at Old Trafford and then wherever Slavia Prague play. I'm probably guessing racist emo or something, the racist stadium of wherever they play. But RJ, you're going to be at Old Trafford against Granada. What is your score prediction for the second leg?
I think it's going to be a nice, comfortable 4-0. Just
That's fair.
I just think so, because look, it's a bigger pitch. They're not used to it. I mean, look, the last time they played a big team was probably La Liga, and that's probably going to be a while ago. But let's be honest, Malaga are not the best team in Spain, nowhere near it. And just talent-wise, United will blow them off at the pitch.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So RJ predicting 6-0 on aggregate. Sulz, what's your prediction going into the second leg? 5-0, 3-0, 4-0, 6-0.
Do you know what?
Do you see the 0-0?
I'll ring them and find out which fucking player's going to turn up. I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to get a lot of these players suspended, and then I'll get that. The problem is, right, like, it's so tough because maybe this is the result we needed rather than a 1-0 or a 2-0 where we might have gotten comfortable and lost it away. Maybe we need to be with the mindset of we still got something to play for. We've still got to do something. Yeah. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise that we're not seeing, because we know what happens when this team gets comfortable. They got one goal and you can see what they did. So maybe it's a blessing where Arteta's now like, okay, I'm going to have to now play them. And they're going to have to go into this game thinking, we've got to play. We can't just sit back like Olympiacos, for example, where it was 3-1, quite comfortable. If they had gotten 2, we probably would have gotten a goal. And I think that's where there's a part of me that's quite like, maybe this is going to be a blessing where, but then this is Arsenal, isn't it? Like, anything can happen. We could just be beat like 4-0, like genuinely. And I'm trying to be optimistic, but I think we'll get a 2-1.
Yeah, that's fair. Saul's finally got off the fence after I'm in and ahhing for about a minute and a half going, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm scared.
No, because I don't know which one's going to turn up. You could get the one that turned up against Spurs and, against, some, like even a Benfica, for example, and beat them 3-2 with good mentality. It's like the comeback team against West Ham. But then you can get teams that turned up against Burnley, that turned up against, Liverpool. And that's where the problem is. It's like, we don't know. Like, the lineup can be whatever it wants to be, but you just don't know what's going to turn up.
Yeah, no, that's a fair one.
If Arsenal do get through somehow, they have a certain good evening to deal with. I mean, look, the way they played last tonight, Villarreal, I mean, I swear they got 1-0 win. So, I mean... it's looking good for them, to be fair.
Unai Emery will absolutely rip Arsenal to shreds. There'll be a steel chair whacked across Arteta's head, screwdriver shoved in, choke slam to Aubameyang, spear to Lacazette.
I've said it. If we play Villarreal, we're done.
It's like Austin 316 on if he just rips off his shirt
on like Leno or something. Yeah, but the scenes, there will be scenes. Kenny,
you can happily take Leno out of the game. We might actually win.
Big up to Kenny.
Who are you going to put in, though? Who are you actually going to put in?
Matt Ryan.
Kenny saying, Sauls, do you think you'll go through? Do you think you'll go through?
I'm always going to back the team, but they're not going to back themselves in it. But I'll do the backing in it, because that's all I can do, and say yes. But they've got no self pride, no dignity. They're just a bunch of selfless, cunts. And I don't know, man. I really don't. I want to be optimistic, but this team has just taken all these sort of positives I've got out of me, because they're just shit, man. They're just shit.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. It's not great. It's not great. RJ keeps adding shit in, which is really annoying. But no, look, we're gonna wrap it up now. Though it was never going to be a large one. I mean, United played Granada, Arsenal played Slavia Prague. There's only so much you can talk. RJ, stop it.
I'm not going to lie. If we had won, I could have dragged this out way longer, but I just don't know what to say.
But there's only so much you can say about these teams anyway. So there's no point prolonging it. The content will just be boring. So Sulz thinking, why is it? So Sulz thinks they'll go through, but they won't. I mean,
welcome to Arsenal, mate. We're all confused. We've lost our plot, mate. Our heads are gone.
But we are going to wrap it up there. RJ, where can they find you, mate?
Yeah, you can find me here tomorrow night, 10 p.m. We're doing the United Show. New guests, new topics. It's all going down on the United Show. You can also find me at Robotic Jaguar on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. Sorry, Jesus, I'm literally everywhere, just like this channel. So yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely. You would have seen that the Liverpool and the Chelsea show has been advertised. The United one isn't. Blame RJ.
So it's a work in progress. You know what I mean? You have to
work in fucking progress. I'll give you work in progress one day. Fucking, I'm gonna set Charlotte on you.
He'll advertise at midnight tomorrow, innit? Go in after the show.
Like fucking. I'll try and be organised.
There you go.
I'll try to be organised and. Sulz, where can they find you, bro?
Yeah, you can find me obviously on Let's Talk EPL. So obviously subscribe if you're new. I've got a big interview tomorrow with the one and only Super Kev at 12 o'clock. So that's going to be a very good show. I can't be arsed now because obviously Arsenal just let me down. But yeah, it's going to be a good show. And then obviously I've got a show with the N5 boys as well where we talk about, it's called the Arsenal Agenda Show because there's so many agendas. We're not a football club, we're just Agenda FC at the minute. And yeah, you can find me at Gunnar Sulz at Let's Debate Footy and obviously on Let's Talk Premier League.
Yes, go make sure you check out both of them, especially Sulz obviously doing Kevin Campbell tomorrow. So make sure you check out that interview. Perfect. I may be asleep for it, but I'll definitely watch the replay. That's just me in a nutshell. Tomorrow, 4 shows tomorrow. 4, which is just mad. We've got obviously Let's Talk Tactics at 4 p.m. where we'll be reviewing all of the European games. It's going to be great to do that. Then at 6 o'clock, we've got the Chelsea show. That's going to be a good one. Then 8 p.m, we've got the Liverpool show. And then finally, to end my night, I get Dickhead RJ hosting the United show, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. I look forward to it a lot. He says there's new guests. I'm not sure who these people are, but I hope to find out soon. DJ with the last comment of the show. Great show, lad. See you guys tomorrow, 6 p.m. Have a great evening. Peace. How do I get the link for tomorrow? I'll send it to you or I'll send it to someone and they'll get it to you, bro, all right? So I'll sort that out for you tomorrow, all right? But a big thanks to everyone that's been watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you check out everyone's Twitters. Go check out the channel's Twitter at Let's Talk EPL. Check out our Instagram at Let's Talk EPL _. We're also on Discord. We also got a Discord group if you would like to join that. And we also are on TikTok. So make sure you join us there at Let's Talk Premier League. Until tomorrow at 4 o'clock, have a great night.